you are only one perspective shift from being in an entire new reality, but you have to show up for that reality, and you have to show up for that change and transformation that you want. And I think so many of us look at these externals like, once I get the dream job, the dream mentor, that relationship, new environment, new living situation, once I win the lottery, whatever it is, once that change happens, then I'll be ready. Then things will be different for me. But the truth is, once you change within, that is when everything changes around you. And it's not a big, giant, quick fix that happens or that comes to you or that arrives or that you get to. It is consistently being in the present moment and shifting your perspective. Shifting your perspective from the doubts and the limits and the fears and the negativity and limiting beliefs that have been hardwired into your brain. Like, for me, I woke up this morning, slept in a little bit later than I wanted to, and I was getting ready, and these feelings of, you're not good enough, it's too late, who do you think you are to make a change, to do the things you desire, to accomplish what you want to accomplish? And I have done the work long enough that in that moment, I was able to observe it. And I was able to see, okay, these are things that I'm experiencing. This is not the truth. Just because I have feelings of doubt and insecurity and fear doesn't mean that I live in a reality where it is too late and I'm not good enough and I won't succeed. That's just my brain. That's just my mind and my subconscious and my fear trying to come through, trying to protect me. If anything, when we view that resistance and we feel that resistance, that is the sign that we are on the right path. Maybe not that we know exactly where we're going to be, but that's a sign that I'm growing and expanding and challenging myself and showing up in a way that I've never shown up before. And that's a sign that you are expanding past what your nervous system and your subconscious and your programming is used to. Resistance is a sign that you are expanding. And so you are one shift away from being in an entire new reality, but instead of it being this giant shift, this giant change that comes to you and then everything is different, the shift is available to you every single moment, in the present moment. When you come home to yourself, I need some water, it's early. When you come home to yourself, oh, there goes my water, wow. When you come home to yourself and when you are, it's not just about sitting and meditating at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, which I highly recommend. Like, that definitely helps you have more mindfulness throughout your day. But like going through life and being mindful as you're at the gym, as you're at the store, as you're at work, and you notice these judgments and negative emotions, or positive, but I think typically we're overcoming the negative, right? Like, we wouldn't want to shift if we weren't in some sort of discomfort. So noticing, I walk into the gym, okay, I feel a little insecure, like not feeling so hot about myself. Okay, that's my thoughts, that's my programming. Like, that's 26 years of whatever has happened to me in the world and whatever I've adopted into my mindset, we're going to observe that. And in observing, it's like you almost don't even have to try to push it out. I think the more we try to fight it and ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist, like, it's true, the more we resist, the more it persists. So don't try to fight this insecurity. That insecurity is just something that tried to protect you at one point in your childhood or in your life. And our ego held on to that to have that sense of safety and that sense of control. So I'm not going to judge the part of myself that believes these negative things, but I'm going to love that part of myself. I see you, fear. But stop scratching the couch. But we're going to observe it. That's not true. Just because I had that insecure thought doesn't mean I'm not confident, doesn't mean I'm not gorgeous and like radiant and grounded and able to like move throughout the world powerfully, because that's what I'm choosing. I see and I observe, and I'm going to choose an intention of confidence and power and presence. But you have to be in the present moment to make that shift. You're only one shift away from a new reality. That's a whole new reality. I walk in, okay, I'm kind of insecure, like nervous, and okay. Center. No, I'm literally a bad bitch. I'm showing up for my health. I'm showing up for my progress and my growth. I'm so proud of myself. So beautiful. I love myself. I approve of myself. Why am I judging myself? And a whole nother thing I can talk about separately is I'm programming, on the other side of being aware of my negative programming, I'm actively programming thoughts of empowerment and belief and success and inspiration and connection to God. Like, I'm doing the work every single day to override this programming. So you have to be in the present moment. You have to be aware of where you are and where you want to be. If you want to change drastically and transform very quickly and powerfully, like that's what I'm doing. And that's what I've done, is you have to be extremely conscious of what you're consuming. So that's kind of like, you want health transformations, like yes, working out is so good, but also what are you eating? Like, are you still eating like shit? Are you still hanging out with the wrong people that don't believe in you and make you feel bad about yourself? Are you still watching toxic media and like bullshit online and movies and shows that don't fill your soul, and if anything create more fear and anxiety? Because most people are not being mindful of what they consume. So then they have the same results as everyone else. But if you want different results, you have to choose different actions and different mindsets and different perspectives. That's a whole nother thing. I definitely am going to make a video about changing your habits, like cleaning up what you consume and what you do. So definitely comment if there's any other things that you want me to talk about in terms of like tangible, what you're doing in day-to-day life. But you are only one shift away from a new reality, and that new reality is accessible to you right the fuck now. Like the present moment. It's always accessible to you. We just have to fight for that new reality. And it doesn't mean like it's gonna hurt and like we have to hustle until we have nothing to give. No, you just have to consistently come home to the present moment. Consistently be aware of your thoughts and your emotions and your energy. And consistently focus and keep your gaze upon where you want to be. Not obsessing and strangling, like, I need this success, I need it. Like, still you can be detached. Like, we don't know exactly how God's going to unfold everything. But what I do know is that I'm going to show up as a version of myself that is chasing that success and is chasing that growth and chasing that expansion. And I'm not going to show up in fear and doubt and insecurity and stay where it's comfortable just because it's comfortable. I'm going to choose to move forward with intention and excitement, and I won't always be perfect, but I'm going to move forward and create my reality through the present moment to be one of life and beauty and growth and transformation. And in doing that, in setting that intention, things unfold more than we could ever, we can't comprehend God's plan. But we can choose our energy and our mindset and our focus. We can heal our emotions and our minds and our actions by seeing what's no longer serving us and focusing on who we want to be and how we show up in the world. And doing that mindfully in the present moment. That's how you do it. That's how you create a new reality. It's a lot easier than we think it is, but it's just not easy in the sense of it doesn't happen overnight. It happens every single day, every single second, until we get to that state where suddenly this is our new reality. I've been doing this work for so long, and I see how far I want to go, but I also have to take the time to realize, oh my God, what I'm doing now is what, me a year ago only ever hoped to be. My baseline of habits and living and energy is the intention I set for myself. So don't be mad that it's you're not doing all the things now, but just take control in the present moment. You are not a victim. You can decide who you want to be and how you want to move and show up in this world. So yeah, I love you. If you have anything else you want me to talk about in this realm, let me know, and let me know what resonates. And thank you for listening and being open to your growth. And I believe in you, and you got this. Just keep showing up. Keep doing the work, because it's the most fulfilling and liberating and rewarding thing in the world. I love you. Bye. Until next time.